Hello, hello! Welcome to another installment of New Gameplay Today. I'm one of your hosts, Wesley, and today I am joined by Ben Reeves.
Hello.
And Marcus Stewart.
Hey, good to be here with you fine gentlemen.
How are you guys doing?
Great. Here to check out this game. You seem like you're pretty hot on it.
Yeah, it's called Infernax, and it is a game I do not want to put down, which kind of sucks because, you gotta work and eat dinner and all those fun things. But I don't want to because I just want to play Infernax.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good thing you don't need those things to live.
Yeah. Working and food is not necessary. Playing video games is.
Right.
So, as you can see and hear from everything going on screen, this is a old school Castlevania-like video game. It is heavily inspired by games of old to the point where they refer to themselves as an old school game quite a lot. And a lot of different settings will say like, this is how games used to be, and then you have your more casual mode, which is, got newer game mechanics, easier, more save points, that kind of thing. So we're going through about the first 15 minutes today, and I specifically wanted to go through the first 15 minutes because this game opens so well, in my opinion. The music is banging, this art is beautiful in my opinion, the story's quick, it gets right to it. You're basically a crusader who's come back, and there's some very satanic, demonish stuff going on in your homeland, and Crusader's gonna crusade. And
is that a good or bad thing?
Here. The thing is you can kind of make your character whatever you want to be. So I thought I was on the cathedral side last night, but I ended up doing some things that I don't think the cathedral's gonna like destroying their holy Bible.
Wait, does that mean there's
things you can do? There's
player choices, or there's just things that are happening in the game?
No, there's player choices, and we will get to one here very soon that is pretty incredible. Like, it started the game off really well with this choice coming up. But yeah, you can do all kinds of things, like you can be the Holy Crusader if you want to be, or you can do what I did last night and stumble upon a camp of people who may or may not worship Satan and want you to destroy some things in a church, and I did that because, I don't know, crusading gets boring.
Huh. So when you say Castlevania, so looking at this now, I get a lot of kind of classic Castlevania, like NES, the first 3 or 4 games. Is this like the level design pretty linear like those games, or does it have the more Symphony of the Night kind of labyrinth style exploration?
It's like somewhere in between. It's definitely not like linear. You have your, you can fall beneath levels, I guess if you want to call it that, and there's ups and downs, and the map begins to fill out kind of like a Metroidvania, and there are places where you just can't simply go because you don't have a way to go there yet. But it's not like super intense. Like, it's not on the level of anything like Super Metroid or anything. At least so far. I'm about an hour in total. And yeah, so far it's not super labyrinthian. So this part is awesome. Just watch this. This is
I think
awesome.
he wants something from you.
Yeah, what?
And he's gonna get it.
Also, look at those. He's got great legs. Look at the muscles there.
Whoa. And in a way, maybe this is helping him.
He asked for death, and I delivered. So
he also said, "May there be mercy for me when my time comes." Like, that's gonna make it better.
So now, as you can see, I'm covered in his blood, which is this part right here. Like, sold me on the game. I was like, okay, this is fun. Then this happened, and I was like, I do not want to put this game down.
You love being covered in blood? What's wrong?
No, I love helping people, and that's what I did.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're one of those helpers.
Yeah, if someone wants their head crushed in by my mace thing, then as a crusader, that's what I'm gonna do.
Are you sure he didn't want help moving? He just was asking for help to move, and
he said,
"I need help."
What were the words? "Kill me now" or something like that.
Yeah.
I feel like those are pretty obvious, but maybe I did it wrong. I'll have to replay and see what happens if you help them.
Oh, I saw a little bit of that knockback. Is there the old school knockback when you get hit?
Yep, and I have fallen to my death many times because of it.
Oh boy. Yeah, looking at that, I see the eyeballs there. They kind of remind me of the Medusa heads a little bit. So, like, I'm a Castlevania fan. I love the series. But it's not without its old school headaches. It sounds like this kind of has a bit of that. Do you think it's to a fault, or maybe they don't overdo it?
If you stick to the classic mode, so at the beginning you can kind of click classic, or I think it was casual difficulty. If you stick to classic, it is going to have the faults and the great things about Castlevania, like to a T. But if you do casual, the enemies are a little easier. They don't hit as hard. If you die, you kind of just respawn where you were. You don't have to really worry about losing everything. Because if you die on Classic, you go back to your last save point. Anything you did up to that point is gone. And I have lost... Last night I lost like 45 minutes just because I was being stupid and not saving.
Oh,
wow.
No.
How's the checkpointing? Is it pretty generous, or do you have to travel a long ways to find another save point?
So there's like different areas. I'm not sure if I pull up the map anytime soon, but every location is like a different area, and right now there's just like one shrine in each area, so it can get kind of brutal. There's always, so far at least, there's been a shrine in front of every boss, which is nice. You're not having to do the Dark Souls thing where you're, running and killing 10 enemies before you fight the boss again. But yeah, it's not the most generous save system, but I still really like it.
Okay.
That's awesome.
How does it feel gameplay wise? Does it feel pretty tight, pretty smooth, or?
Yeah, exactly. Like what you're seeing on screen and what you think it feels like is exactly what it feels like. It's a very smooth 60 FPS.
Oh.
Yeah. Isn't that awesome? I love it. And then look at the deceased screen. So cool.
At least your bandana.
Well, we know you love blood, so.
Exactly. Yeah. And
yeah,
so
are you just bleeding out gradually as a skeleton? Is that how decomposition works?
I believe so. I wasn't too good at science, being a writer and all, but
Okay.
I think that's how dying works.
I thought you were going to say I'm not too good at decomposing.
Not yet.
Okay, we all get there one day. Okay, so yeah,
I think I'm going to be bad at it either way.
Are you not good at these kind of games?
No, I'm bad at decomposing, I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I didn't want to mention it to you, but I've noticed you're not too great at it.
Yeah, I mean, depending on how hard this game is, I will slowly start to rot with every death.
That's true.
Okay, how does
based on the smell of my farts, maybe I'm really good at decomposing.
You're already decomposing.
So what's the weapon variety look like? You've got your mace there, it looks like, kind of reminiscent of the whip a little bit. Have you found any other arms or like equipment? Does it get into any of the sort of RPG systems of later Castlevanias, or is it more straightforward, like this is what you got, work with it?
So far, like there's definitely that kind of stuff in it because there's different slots for weapons, but so far this mace is all I have. And you did mention the whip, and it feels very similar to the whip. Less reach, obviously, but it is pretty identical to that. I haven't seen any other weapons, and I've been to like blacksmiths before. So there I've gotten additional health or lives. Oh, this death is awesome.
Oh, you got like those things are like bigger versions of the Fleamen, who are maybe the worst Castlevania enemy.
Very annoying, yeah.
And those guys almost seem worse because they're like your size.
Yeah, so those were my two favorite death animations. That's why I died on screen, not because I actually died. That would be silly.
Okay.
I would never lose to an enemy.
Are we gonna watch you die over and over in the same section, Wesley? Is that what is that what you're showing us today?
I think that is my final death in this video. Although I could be wrong. I might surprise you.
Okay, calling your shot. This is the run, you're saying?
Yeah, this is the one. So another cool thing that happens in this game is there's a day and night cycle, and the levels don't necessarily change, but the enemies do. And so these fast-moving ghost wraith things, they only come out at night, and they're much harder than the zombies because they move fast, and your knockback doesn't do nearly as much as it does to the zombies.
Does that mean that it's...
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was gonna say, does that mean that it's easier during the day?
Or is it just... I've noticed there's more enemies during the day, but they're easier to kill because it's just zombies and stuff so far.
Right, they helped you out.
Yeah, right now I definitely feel better during the day when I'm playing.
Okay, it's like Dying
It's
Light.
less spooky. Yeah.
Yeah, Dying Light, stay human or decompose.
Yeah, stay I don't know. I had a joke. It left. It decomposed in my brain as I was saying it.
So this is the main town hub, whatever you want to call it. Everything's locked right now, and we're gonna find out why here very soon. Spoilers, things are not going well in this town.
Oh.
I like that the main character has this solid snake-like headband.
It kind of reminded me of Biggs from Final Fantasy VII.
Okay. Yeah, it just
Ooh.
doesn't
Less
feel
cool.
like it belongs in this era, like medieval era.
I agree. I almost
like
named him Chad, but
Yeah.
I didn't want to change that on screen. So
Yeah, I saw his
Al-
default
Alcidor.
name was like Alcor or something. I didn't catch it. Something like that. And
Alcidor or something like that. Yeah, it's weird.
Al Snow.
There you go. So here's our first boss fight in the game. I love the enemy design.
He's cool.
Boss
looking.
fight's kind of whatever. He just does like that one move. It's very much a tutorial boss, but
Yeah, he's
These
got a
guys are
Buster
trying to help you at
Sword.
least.
Speaking of Final Fantasy.
oh yeah.
So these guys,
Whoa, that guy got cleaved.
yeah, I was gonna say like those. Who are those dudes in the back? Are those wizards? Why aren't they helping?
They are Father Henry and one of his monks.
Oh,
They're not too helpful. He kind of just
Problem
tells me what to
solved.
do.
I like that, Matt. Problem solved. Horrific demon vanquished, I guess.
Are you
Yeah,
having
every-
to press a button to put up your shield, or is that just automatically?
No, so that goes automatically, and I believe there's a boss fight coming up here soon that kind of shows how you have to use the sword or the shield, and how its mechanics works. But basically, if you're not attacking, it's up,
Okay.
and sometimes you need to like duck down, sometimes you need to jump up, sometimes you need to just stand still. It's a pretty cool shield system. I couldn't really think of any games that have used it that way, although I'm positive other games have. But it adds like a nice little flavor to the mechanics.
Okay, you're speaking my language here. Everyone knows I'm all about the shields in these games, so this game
Yeah.
just rose up another notch in my book.
No
love
parries or
shields.
anything yet, but maybe there will be.
I love headbands, so two great
Hey,
things.
Ben. Headbands and decomposition. That's a Ben game.
Right.
See, so what kind of are you picking up different quests in this town, or what are you
So
doing when
these-
you interact with these folks?
Yeah, so some of them kind of just talk to, I guess, give you some fun video game flavor.
Oh,
This
dude.
guy right here, he's your potion master, basically. He gives you your first one, and then anytime you use it, you can come back and get a new one from him.
For free?
For free, yeah. And then
Oh,
once you
wow.
unlock another potion slot, he'll give you 2 potions for free.
Wow. So he's like a realistic shop owner where he knows you're on a mission to save the world. He's not going to charge you money to help you out. That's nice of him.
Yeah, he's a really cool guy. And so I picked up a new quest, or sorry, problem is what they're called in this game. Which is,
I guess that's what they're called in real life. It's not like, hey, I got a quest for you. You're like, hey, I got a problem. You need to
I
help
have a
me
big
with.
problem.
Yeah.
How many problems have you collected so far?
I have done like 5 or 6 in my time with the game so far. It seems to be a lot, and they're quick. They're basically, my husband has turned into some beast, or
Oh,
there's
I'm
a
sorry to hear
weird.
about that.
Yeah, it happens. And he's dead now, by my hand, and that's okay.
Problem solved.
Problem solved. Yeah, as Alcidor would say.
Problem
we-
completed.
We are going to, I believe, help a woman. Her husband's grave is like haunted by a bad guy, and he has a he's big, and he has a big sword, and nobody can fight him except Alcidor, and that's where we're heading.
Hey, you also gave me anxiety there when you jumped. I again playing these old school games, like I'm so nervous about that knockback, and I was afraid for you that you were gonna get hit into that pit.
So that, if I did fall to that pit, there's a chest down there, so it would have been okay.
Oh,
You can kind of
secrets.
you kind of see on the map up in the top right when there's like an area below you.
Right.
It kind of helps you out with knowing where to go.
Whoa.
So this is a cool boss. This is kind of teaching you how to use the shield, which I was a big fan of.
I think that's Papyrus from Undertale.
See,
Oh,
I got hit by
sucker.
the attack. So what am I supposed to do?
Suck.
Not get hit again.
Not get hit, dude.
Yeah. Wes, do you know what the definition of insanity is?
Yes, there, I did it. I did
Good
it.
job, dude. You figured
Look
it
at
out.
that.
Figured
I'm
the puzzle
a
out.
professional
Yeah.
video game player.
I really want you to solve this problem, Wes.
I'm trying. It's not easy solving everybody's problems, let alone my own. But
You got this
Here we
guy's
are.
number. You got him figured out, it looks like.
So you block those attacks, but you would not block his sword, I take it.
yeah, those ones. That's probably one of my only problems right now is you kind of just have to learn which attacks just go right through your shield, and that's one of them. Maybe because it's like an overhead swing it doesn't technically hit the shield, and you just take damage. But yeah, if he swings your sword at you, you take damage if your shield's up or not.
Okay, that seems like that could potentially be annoying if you don't really know like the difference between an unblockable attack and not. Like if there's no indicator, like oh, it's glowing red or something. So you're kind of having
and it is kind of annoying.
having to sort of wing it. Like I guess I can block this.
And some, like right now, I've got 4 health at the beginning, and 1 attack from that boss would take down 2 of it. So 2 hits and you're done. So you have your 1 hit that's going to be figuring out what happens, and then you just got to get lucky.
Okay. Are there sub weapons like Castlevania, like an axe and potions and like that stuff? You know, bow and arrow.
So there is magic. In the beginning of the game, you can basically unlock like a shield or a force barrier that goes around you. And it doesn't tank hits completely, but it makes them hurt less. And there is extra potions you can unlock. You can unlock other spells that make your shield even stronger to the point where it gives you health when you use it. And I just unlocked one last night that sucks life out of enemies near me and heals myself, which is fun.
Nice little vampirism. I like that.
Yeah.
Josephine. Oh, look, hooking you up with a bed. Oh, see, that says quest completed. That wasn't a problem.
Oh, yeah. Huh. I didn't notice that. There are quests and problems. Look at that.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that is our time with Infernax. This is the problem-solving, quest-completing game that I'm very excited to get back to.
For sure.
Well, it looks fun, for sure. When's it out?
It comes out on February 14th. It's the perfect game to play on Valentine's Day.
Nice. Is this on everything, or...?
It is on PlayStation 5 and 4, Xbox Series XS, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. And for those interested, this has been Switch gameplay. It is a very fun Switch game.
Sounds good. I'm excited to give it a try.
Great. Well, thanks for joining me, guys.
Yeah, thanks for showing it off.
Yeah, see ya.